President General of Nwodo, Chief Nwodo, has asked Igbo youth and other pro-Biafra agitators to employ diplomacy in their quest for self-determination. Nwodo, who said that Igbo were not known for violence, advised the youth to continue to maintain decorum and peace no matter the level of provocation. The Ohanaeze leader gave the advice when he kicked off distribution of COVID-19 palliatives procured by the president of the youth arm of the group, Arthur Obiora, for the young Igbo. The materials, which include rice, beans, organic fertilizer, and seedlings, were meant for distribution to Igbo youth across the country. At the kick-off of the distribution at the National Secretariat of Ndigbo, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, in Enugu, Nwodo insisted that Ndigbo should think inwards and create opportunities for the survival of his people, so as to reduce dependence on other parts of the country for survival and development. He said, there are two kinds of war that face us as a people in this country. They include hunger and ignorance. The moment we are able to solve these challenges, we can become anything we want to. If you look at all rich countries in the world today, you would see that one thing that is driving them is knowledge. It is no longer oil. Oil will continue to fall because alternative sources of energy have emerged. If you look at the number of cars bought in the US at the moment, they have bought more electric cars than fuel oil cars. America has drone technology and can go to war without firing a gun. The power of knowledge is the new way. The entire knowledge of the world is inside a computer. This is an area our people must invest resources and time in. Good one. We have to know that our strength lies in our knowledge and in our capacity to deploy it. We can deploy the same strength and resources used for Biafra in improving knowledge and technology to be able to get our people into gainful employment, Nwodo said. He praised Obiora for the gesture, stressing that empowering Igbo youth, especially at the time of ravaging coronavirus, will make them shun crimes. Obiora stated that the palliatives were procured in conjunction with the Movement for the Actualization of Sovereign States of Biafra, MASOB, and other Igbo organizations. According to him, the organic fertilizers were procured from Finland and crop seedlings from Philippines to enable the youth go into agriculture. We want to curb hunger, and our plan is to ensure that a bag of rice is sold for not higher than 1,000 naira in this country. This is to support the fight against hunger, poverty, and unemployment in the southeast at this age and time. So guys, the Ohanaeze Ndigbo president has spoken diplomatically, trying to encourage them to be more diplomatic in their quest for Biafra agitation and what have you. But let's hear what the people are saying concerning what he said. Of course, he has spoken very well, and there's nothing to take out from what he has said. Everybody's going to say, okay, this and that. Someone is asking him a question now, that so you are diplomatic when you supported Operation Python Dance, okay? Someone say, why are we talking of the past each time serious issues are to be addressed? Be diplomatic in your agitation is the word. Let's hope they understand. Oga, from now till the end of your life, you will never do what Nnamdi Kanu is doing for Biafrans. Oga, we have good leaders that care for us, not you that is looking for what to eat. Igbo leaders are disappointed. Which farmland are you going to plant the crops? The ones that have been taken over by terrorist Fulanis and Boko Haram, or where? Oga, apply wisdom. Yes, they're always talking about this issue of agriculture. People need to go into agriculture and all of that. But there's a very big problem at hand. This issue of esme that somebody has just raised. What are we doing? Because nobody is encouraged. Nobody is moved to go into farming, because the problem with farming, I was even speaking with somebody some days back, that they talk about if you are going into farming, you should know the kind of farming you are going into. Maybe a well secluded place that you are going to be having, it starts to be fenced. But how many people will be able to do that? Because all these local farmers, that is what they have been doing right from time immemorial. Do they have money to start fencing out their own this thing? But if you are talking about new people to go into farming, you think they will be able to, they will be encouraged to do that with what has been happening in with this esme, and government is not even doing anything about it. Ganduje, governor of Kano State, has already advised the federal government, but I don't think they are going to listen to that. And that is what everybody has been saying before now. He's saying there's no point people moving from places to places. So if people, you are encouraging people to go into farming, how are they going to combat all these Fulani men? Because I have seen a lot of people who have gone into farming. You know, they have a rice farm. Some have invested close to 20 million and above, and yet what happened? Everything just went down the drain. Some people's life went in for that. What has the government done? Nothing. I could remember one Edo man came for Europe, whether he came from the US or he came from Europe, to come and do farming in Edo State. What happened to the man? The man cried, 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 cried. Nobody listened to him. Nobody even nobody even told him sorry or not. I think they have a very standardized place they were doing their farming. These people, the so-called S-men, they came in and they scattered the whole thing. Nobody compensated the man. Nobody talked about it. Nobody even arrested the Fulani S-men. So it's the whole thing is just the whole thing is confusing. Even as a Nwodo has said the right thing, but it goes beyond just speaking. It goes beyond speaking. It goes beyond speaking. They have been speaking too, in their own little way. The problem is that the government is not listening. The federal government is not listening. Now, if we even talk about the federal government, what about the state government? What are they doing? That is another thing, because you need to start from this. They always say charity begins from home. Charity begins at home. The governors, what are they doing? See what happened in Oguta. See what happened to that 65-year-old man on Friday or Saturday that it happened. No, who is saying anything to that? This thing, that was not the first time this kind of a thing has been happening, and it's been happening over and over again. Those are the area you need to, before you even go dabble into all of those, is the nitty gritty, the ones where you need to start from, to clear the grass, to clear the area for people to even have the interest of going into the farming. It's another thing. How many of those villagers will be able to say they want to go and get money? I want to fence my area around. I want to do this. And do you know how many acres of land they are occupying? Where would they get the money to fence it out? Oh my goodness, it's unfortunate. Someone says here that that is a good one, but we won't fold our arms and watch the Fulanis kill us. No, sir. Nwodo should apply his own diplomacy in his own way and achieve Biafra if he has woken from his slumber. What Nnamdi Kanu is doing is his own idea and method. When sharing agro products to farmers, remember Chifunaya Nwodo that Southeast hasn't tackled herdsmen invasion on farmers' land. That is what we are talking about. Those areas needs to be tackled. That area needs to be tackled. It's not just by saying use diplomacy. It's not just that, oh, we want to produce this, we want to do this and this and this and that. What if people come back and begin to do what they need to do and their lives will go in for it? Look at that 65-year-old man. What was his offense? The question is, what was his offense? Another person is thanking Nwodo here. Say, thank you, sir. Good advice. That is another strategy of his ambition for president. Okay. Diplomatic. You are diplomatic when you are some governors. You and some governors did not protect your children from so-called government of Nigeria. Someone says it's a coward. Who is Nwodo? What are you insinuating, Oga Nwodo? Good advice or talk, but how sincere and willing are these leaders to help put all this in practice? Who can create enabling environment for business to thrive? God help us all. Thank you, sir. Good advice. Now, wow, for this man. Oh. We don't need his advice after his Operation Python dance that claimed the same youth life. Just hide your face somewhere. Dr. Nwodo, if you want Igbos to replicate Biafra experience, you are doomed to failure. Why do you uh, allow yourself with a session? I don't know. With session, Igbos will never carve our. Okay, those of us who watched Biafra during the war knew the move was already. Okay, the move was already a failure. Ukpabi Asika, Dr. Azikiwe warned them, but they were branded saboteurs. They preferred the one who took them to their ignorable graves. Serve out your tenure and leave them. Someone said, I wish your Zik and Ukpabi were around to see the ramping herdsmen kill their children and rape their wives. See your life, Biafra must surely be. Kindly find out the meaning of diplomatic. Then Ojuku went to Biafra war without supporters. He did not use diplomatic or diplomacy. The world did not know much about Biafra. Many countries supported Nigeria. Now it's a different thing. Even Delta or Niger Delta or Edo Man or some other tribes will not join Fulani and Hausa Fulani to kill us again, because everybody now know the truth and everybody wants to be free from Fulani, Hausa Fulani. The activities of herders, herdsmen killing will give us freedom. Mark my word, you enemy of the truth. Okay, so guys, let us hear your opinion concerning the advice from Nnia Nwodo. A lot of people have really made their own points. Some people are supporting what he says. Some people say good advice. Some people say no, we don't need your advice. Keep your advice to yourself. So leave your comments below respectfully in the comment section. Thank you.